view of the recent partnership with iYogi, what your expectations are, and what are the benefits of this partnership? So first, let me know what are your immediate expansion plans in the cities which you are offering the services.
See, today we provide services across 7 or 8 cities: Delhi, Noida, Gurgaon, Bombay, Bangalore, Chennai, and Pune. And for the foreseeable future, we'll continue to be focused on these 7 cities or so, and we'll continue to drive penetration within these 7 cities, because we've identified that these 7 cities are the major high broadband or high speed cities consumers that we have across India, right? And our focus as Spectranet is to provide high speed and more higher speed services, rather than just being focused on a very large base, right? Our focus is a balance between the high speed internet services that we can provide and the kind of customer base that we can provide. And we believe that these 7 odd cities provide the best combination of size of business that can be built and the kind of broadband speeds that people would really appreciate at this juncture.
So you expect that in these 7 cities you'll be able to make a significant improvement in terms of business, economics of scale,
Absolutely.
Infrastructure development.
Absolutely. So we've been in these cities for quite some time, and our continued focus has resulted in a lot of positive impact for us as an organization and for our customers as well, right? Today as Spectranet, wherever we provide fiber to the home service, our approach has been to provide excellent, amazing internet experience to our customers, right? Wherein, for example, all our customers in fiber to the home get 16 Mbps of speeds, right? We don't sell or we don't provide services at 2, 4, 5, 6 Mbps to our customers. All our customers get in fiber to the home Spectranet broadband powered by Fox. They get 16 Mbps of speed, right? And they get it for something as low as 800 rupees a month, right? Which till such time that Spectranet went to market and introduced all these services was really inconceivable of, right? People were still paying 800 rupees, 1000 rupees for like 2 Mbps, 4 Mbps, 8 Mbps, and whatever else it was. So we believe that our focused approach to the market in terms of understanding the consumer's requirements and delivering products which far exceed the consumer's expectation also, and not just requirement, has delivered a fantastic experience, an amazing experience for the customers and for us as an organization as well.
So what are the customer pain points which you have been experiencing, and what forced you to make a partnership like that with iYogi?
So well, actually we've not been forced to. It's been a conscious decision why we wanted to do that, and we did not. So we did not actually. This partnership did not result out of our pain points that we had. This partnership has resulted out of the pain points that we discovered that our customers have. So, for example, what would often happen is that traditionally, if you look at it, there has always been a demarcation point between what the service provider or a traditional telco considered to be their area of issue versus what was expected to be the customer's area of issue. And we realize that often customers call us and tell us that my internet is not working fine, or it's working a little slow, how can you help us, etc. And we realize that the traditional approach as far as high speed broadband doesn't really work. Why? Because today there are so many consumers within a household. First of all, we are, as Spectranet, we provide in a home service. It's not an individual service, it's a home service, right? It's a service for a family. So you've got 4 or 5 people, 3 people who are using it, and they all have different devices, different usage patterns, and different expectations and requirements. So we would often get calls from our consumers saying that my internet is not working on this, or can you help me with making my internet work on my new iPad or my new device or smartphone that I purchased recently. And we would often have to tell them, sorry, we can't help you, right? And we wanted to be able to help our customers, but we were not equipped to do it. And therefore, that's how this partnership came about, right? With this partnership with iYogi, as Spectranet Tech Assist, which is being provided by iYogi, all these issues are issues which we can now very well address. So essentially, customers still call us on the same old number that we have, 1-800-121-5678, and now we can address not just the issues that they've had with broadband or which were traditionally service provider issues, but now with all issues. So there's nothing that is out of scope for as far as we are concerned. Customer, for example, buys a new smartphone and they want to understand how to connect it to their Wi-Fi router. they can call us and we'll help them. Something breaks down in their computer, they can call us and we'll help them, and so on and so forth.
Okay.
Thereby substantially enhancing the consumer's experience by eliminating their frustration. Because every time a customer got told by a customer service agent that sorry sir, sorry ma'am, I can't help you with this, I don't know how to help you with this, and whatever else be the case, it only resulted in customer's frustration, because the customer does not know what to do, what else to do, right? But now with this partnership, the customer need not know what else to do, because we'll do everything for them.
So my question is, this service, the iYogi service, Spectranet Tech Assistant service is the exclusive customer care service you are offering?
Yes, it's inherent to Spectranet, the Spectranet Tech Assist service that we are offering, which is being supported by iYogi.
So that means iYogi is the only sole provider for you in customer care.
That's true.
And they have a dedicated team to support your customers. Okay. And does the customer actually pay for this? Not directly, but indirectly?
No, actually the customer does not.
Will you charge them?
No. So what we have done, we have taken a very unique approach to the whole matter. We sell today, for example, our customers pay us 800 rupees, 1250 rupees, 1249 rupees, and 2349 rupees plus tax for the 3 price plans that we have. They will continue to pay only that price to us, and within those price points, within those price plans itself, now Spectranet Tech Assist will be bundled.
So it's not like a value-added service or nothing extra is charged?
Value add, it's still a value-added service. It's just that it's coming bundled as part of the basic package itself. It is still going to add substantial value to the customer, we believe, but traditionally value-add service has been connected with charging more from the customer, right? Here we are delivering a very high value to the customer, free of cost, as bundled as part of the package itself.
And you also told that you have bundled services like network management and antivirus.
Yes, so as part of
Spectranet
Tech Assist, the customers, for example, depending on the price plan that they are in, they will be getting access to antivirus as well for 1 PC or for 5 PCs and so on and so forth.
So is your antivirus partner?
iYogi.
They are providing antivirus. Okay. Even for the network management, device management, all
yes.
like
So,
you said about the backup.
Yes, so for example, we would be providing a little piece of software which the customer can install or will be encouraged to install on their PC, for example, right? Which will enable us to understand what is going on, what is going wrong with the PC, and how we can fix it, and so on and so forth. So all of that is the value add that iYogi brings.
My next question is regarding the overall development, the development of the telecom market in India. What do you think is the main challenge for telcos in India, current situation? And do you expect this to change with the new government or the new political system in the country?
See, challenges, there are many challenges, and challenges will always be there, right? Because different problems, you solve one problem and there'll be another problem and there'll be another challenge, right? So challenges are a part of life, they'll keep coming and keep going. Obviously with the new government coming in place, we do hope that there will be certain substantial changes which will take place.
What substantial changes do you expect? Like any suggestions for policy changes or to promote the private investors and support?
So obviously the government,
do you have any
the government needs to, or the government should focus on in promoting, investment into infrastructure, investment into telecoms as a whole. Because whatever has happened over the last 3 or 4 years, has really reduced the potential investors' interest into India as a whole, not just into telecom or not just in infrastructure, but India as a whole. So I believe, and I'm sure that as the government has often talked about before elections and even after elections, they are definitely going to take actions which will encourage investments into whether it is infrastructure or telecoms or India as a whole overall.
So, compared to the public sector companies, telcos especially, you are improving or private companies are moving ahead. We see that. Why this is happening? What is wrong with the public sector companies? In spite of having huge investment, they are not able to utilize the resources or investment opportunities they have. And private telcos, on the other hand, are struggling to get that economies of scale due to infrastructure costs and challenges. So, why do you think such thing is happening? And if that has to be stopped, what should you do?
See,
Like for example, if a customer is not happy with the public telco, there should be an alternative that he should get it from the private. But in most private telco, in the case of most private telcos, they are expensive. That is why the customers don't approach them. So what should be your stand to grab that market or to?
see, I think let me address this by saying what is it that we saw were the shortcomings or were the challenges that the customer faced, right, from the existing service providers, and why we believe that we are able to substantially revolutionize broadband in the areas where we are today, right? So before we went to market with our fiber to the home service, Spectranet broadband powered by Fox, what we realized is that customers were still getting 2 Mbps or 4 Mbps of speed, right? They were still paying 800 rupees, 1000 rupees, 1500 rupees, and this varied from city to city, area to area, right? You could be a customer in Delhi, in one part of Delhi, you could be paying 1200 rupees for the same service, and another part you could be paying 800 rupees for the same service, or whatever else would be, from the same service provider, right? Obviously, the entire customer experience, right, for a broadband service was more driven by scarcity, right? Customers were still looking at, I've got 4 Mbps, but only I've got 4 GB of data, but I cannot use more than that, because then after that the service becomes 512 kbps, and so on and so forth. And this is where we saw a huge opportunity to revolutionize broadband by going to market and offering an amazing internet experience to customers, right? So for example, what we have done, for as low as 800 rupees a month, right, you get 16 Mbps from Spectrum. For example, in our Spectranet Advantage plan for 799 plus tax, you get 16 Mbps speed, you get 16 GB of data. After you've consumed your 16 GB of data, you will still get your 1 Mbps of speed always on for the rest of the month, right? You get an upload of 2 Mbps, and if you want more data, for as low as I think 99 rupees, you can top up more data, right, within the month, and your 16 Mbps experience will continue for that much more time, right? And all of this just for 799. Now this is substantially more, substantially by a magnitude of 3 times, 4 times, 6 times, 8 times more than what was traditionally offered by other service providers or by the then existing service providers in the markets before we entered into the market. Similarly, in line with our vision of providing an amazing internet experience to our customer, right, and revolutionizing broadband, obviously in areas where we are present, okay, we forged this partnership with iYogi as well to take the entire customer experience beyond just Mbps and GBs, which we had already gone ahead and broken the barrier of 2 and 4 Mbps and whatever else was present at that time, right, by breaking the barrier further or in enhancing the customer experience, right. Traditionally, as I mentioned earlier, the customer has always been told, sir, this is not my problem, this is your problem, you fix it, right? Now we are explicitly telling the customer, don't worry, we'll fix it for you. Whether it is our problem, your problem, it's our responsibility. We have the divided experience, the internet experience grid. If you look at it from the network, the content provider, the network provider, which is in this case us, and then the customer, and wherein the service provider's tech support said, sorry sir, I cannot help you beyond this point, all of that gets erased. Now there is one unified experience that the customer is going to get through us.
And recently you installed the service at Patparganj, and there I saw that like you are kind of in talks with this CGHS, like residents, cooperative societies. So do you have that plans in mind? Like have you signed many such societies?
So yes, today we have signed up more than 500 societies across all these cities, covering a little over 120,000 apartments that have been signed up. We are in a competitive market, so it takes time to build a brand, to build a service experience, and therefore to build a customer base. But I can definitely share with you that over the course of the last 12 months plus or so, we have gained a substantial market share in a highly competitive market by offering the amazing internet experience that we do offer to our customers.